So real quick update before we actually get into this video. So I said I was pre-recording this for my New York trip next week, but turns out it is canceled. So instead, you're just seeing it right now. So when I talk about the whole me being out of town for a week thing, well, thankfully I only pre-recorded one video. So I'm just gonna upload it tomorrow, and or I guess today. You guys are seeing it now. That's tomorrow for me, but I guess I got my 2K video out of the way early on. I usually record it the morning of, but I'll take it. But yeah, so I'm not actually going out of town. So ignore that part where I said you wouldn't see it till the first, because clearly you're seeing it now. But enjoy the video. What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We are back with some more new look rebuilds, as today we're going to be doing the Minnesota Timberwolves after the tremendous offseason they just had, which is leading us today, obviously, to this new look Minnesota Timberwolves Rebuild. So I plan on doing all 30 teams, of course, in this series. But before we get this video, make sure you guys drop a like at this one. Of course, subscribe if you're new to the channel. But as you're seeing this, I'm actually in New York. This is being pre-recorded. You're not going to see this till like the 1st of August. I'm recording this in July still. So if the Timberwolves for some reason trade D'Lo or something crazy happens with the roster, I'm pretty much pre-recording teams that I don't think are going to do much else, basically. So hopefully I'm right on all 5 of these teams, or 6 of these teams I do next. So just want to make sure you guys had some content while I'm out of town for like 8 days. So here we go, starting with the Minnesota Timberwolves. As we know, they acquired Rudy Gobert. The price might have been hefty, but they are going for it, and I respect it ultimately, to be honest with you. So I feel like this team is going to be super easy to rebuild. I mean, they've already done kind of the work for me. Maybe get interesting with like a D'Angelo Russell trade today, kind of do some interesting things with Minnesota here. But obviously for this first season, I really don't need to do too much. This team is already set in stone. We're just going to see what it kind of happens with the 2K simulation and kind of see where they're sitting at. So we want to see Edwards develop a little bit more. He's going to need a contract extension here soon, as well as he is another team option, which is good. So not really sure what our money's going to look like next year. I know we're investing a lot of money in Cat and Rudy Gobert, so not going to be like a ton of cap space here. We can make a trade, maybe the trade deadline with D'Lo's contract, or sign and trade him in the offseason. Whatever we want to do, we can try to figure it out. But for the most part, for this season, we are not going to really do too much. This team is already really damn good. So what's the point? I think I just loaded the wrong draft class, by the way, but that's okay. I'll fix that. There we go. We wanted the Victor Wembanyama draft class. Not that we're going to be anywhere close to him, but regardless, this is what your rotation is going to look like, and presumably what your starting 5 will look like for Minnesota in real life. So you have D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Karl-Anthony Towns, Rudy Gobert, Kyle Anderson, Naz Reid, who's a legitimate, really nice backup center for them, Jalen Noel, and Taurean Prince. So, I mean, you also have Austin Rivers and Bryn Forbes, who maybe could get some minutes here and there. But for now, I'll listen to 2K and just roll what they suggest, and I like this team as it sits. Proficiency, we are a 4-star, 7-second system with Chris Finch as the head coach. This team just came off a playoff berth. They got out of the play-in tournament, and as we know, their fans went very, very excited once they did so. Patrick Beverley jumping on the announcer table and all that kind of stuff. So that was fun. That was fun for Minnesota, but now they're looking to take that next jump, which is why the Gobert trade even happened. So Karl-Anthony Towns shot tendency is really nice. I want to move Edwards really high as well. I want to see him take like another leap for this team. I really do think he's the future of the Timberwolves, regardless of what people say. Not that anyone's hating on. I'm just saying, like, a lot of people are saying the Timberwolves trade away their future, but you kind of have your future right here with Anthony Edwards. I kind of worded that wrong, but regardless, we're going to simulate this season, and we're going to see what happens this year. We're going to see if this team is good. I mean, the last few simulations I've done with other teams, when I rebuilt other teams, they've always done pretty good. So we'll see if that luck continues, or when I take them over, does that change? Usually it changes, but we'll see. So at the end of the season, Luka Doncic, I say this every time, but it's literally just another day at the office for this guy in 2K. 40, 10, and 10. Almost 50, 40, 90. Shot 47% from 3. Luka is a little overpowered in this game. I get that he may not have like the best team around him, at least in 2K, but like, come on now. 40, 10, and 10 is crazy. But Rookie of the Year goes to Chet Holmgren. Jordan Poole's your 6th man on the Warriors, which is cool to see. Giannis Defensive Player. Kevin Porter wins Most Improved in Houston. Nate McMillan's Coach of the Year, and Jacob Park is your executive. So, albeit first, you got Luka, Trae Young, Giannis, KD, Jokic. Albeit second team, Karl-Anthony Towns does make it, so that's really cool to see, especially after signing the big contract we just gave him. So he's going to be playing power forward, average 26 points per game with 41% from 3. And then here's your All-NBA third team. And I assume, Edwards made it as well, which is really cool. So cool to see, averaging 28 points per game, shooting 39% from 3. So we wanted to see that out of Edwards, and he got it. And then I assume, yeah, Gobert made all defensive second team. So this team did pretty good. We're the 3rd seed in the Western Conference. We had a couple NBA, all NBA players, and all defensive player. D'Lo was kind of the perfect point guard here, to be honest with you. Like, I don't want to trade him, but at the same time, I don't just want to sit here and not do anything in this rebuild. So I feel like we're going to have to trade him to try to like make something happen. So Carly Towns with 26 and Edwards with 28, which is exactly what you want to see. Nas Reed off the bench with 11. Gobert with 11 and 12. 9 from Jalen Noel, 8 from Kyle Anderson, 6 from Jaden McDaniels. I should have boosted his shot tendency up a little bit because I do like the future of Jaden McDaniels, especially Minnesota does as well. They decided not to trade him in the Gobert trade. They did everything in their power not to, as you can see. But regardless, we're going to go see if we can beat the Phoenix Suns in round 1. They have Chris Paul, D Book, Mikal Bridges, Jay Crowder, DeAndre Ayton, Cameron Johnson, Cameron Payne. So a really good team in Phoenix. Let's see if all that hard work pays off, all the draft capital we gave up. Does it pay off? Do we beat the Phoenix Suns? Somebody current round against them. And it is a 5-game series so far. We are going to a game 7 up against Phoenix very early on, and it's going to be in Minnesota. So these fans are shaking their boots. They're going to be nervous. We don't want to lose in round 1 after making a trade for Gobert. So can we pull it off? It's not looking well. It's a close game. So looks like we got it done though. So we do beat the Suns in game 7. Cat drops 38 in order to put us over the top. 127 and 141. Only had 4 fouls, so he was staying out of foul trouble a little bit. Maybe a little bit more fouls than I'd like to see. Jalen Noel with 19 in that game 7, which is huge. Average 14 in that series. Okay, so now we are on to the second round to play either the Warriors or the Clippers, and we get the Los Angeles Clippers. I was about to say we'd have an ultimate test against the Warriors if we did play them, but we get the Clippers instead. We have John Wall, Paul George, Kawhi, which the Clippers are going to be a good team in their own right as well. They are very, very deep, honestly. They released Amir Coffey today, so like right before I started recording this, I'll have to fix that if you care about that thing. But regardless, game 1, we're up 1-0, up 3, beat them by 3 there. Edwards 31, Cat with 33. Game 2, they even it up. Game 3, we're up 2-1. We're up 3-1, and we beat them in 5, and we have our ticket to the Western Conference Finals. Going up against a team that literally eliminated us in round 1 last year in kind of embarrassing fashion, to be honest. Minnesota should have easily, not easily, but they should have won that series. They had so many leads, and they just blew a lot of them. So we got to win this one. We got to get redemption here. These two teams are familiar. We know what this is all about. Game 1, we do win, beat them by 7. D'Lo drops 29-8. D'Lo's literally just been perfect, bro. I feel like it's going to be weird if I do trade him, but game 2, we're up 2-0. So we might be punching our ticket to the finals. Edwards 28, D'Angelo Russell with 29. I mean, D'Lo has been amazing, and we're about to sweep the Grizzlies, aren't we? Nope. We beat them in 5, and just like that, we make it to the NBA Finals in year number 1 with this Minnesota squad. So Miami gets Miles Bridges, which is interesting, but whatever, it is what it is. So game 1, we're up 1-0, 141-138. Cat and Edwards were amazing. Game 2, up 2-0, beat them by 1. They do win game 3, and they do win game 4. So we are not out of it just yet. We have to go ahead and take care of game 5, and then maybe win game 6, and just like that, Minnesota would be hoisting up a trophy. I'm very high on Minnesota when it comes to regular season. I'm just curious to see how this team will look when it comes playoff time. But, you know, so far in 2K, things are going well. We beat them in game 5. Cat drops 28. Do we win in 6, or are we going to a game 7? We're going to a game 7 back to Minnesota. So this is for a championship. We need it, man. Miami's had one. Minnesota, I don't even know if Minnesota's ever won one. I'm pretty sure they have, right? Or maybe not. I don't even know. Can we beat the Miami Heat? It looks like, oh, wait, take it back. I was about to say, it looks like we're about to lose, but close game. Can we hold on? I think we have won a championship with the Timberwolves, and your boy didn't have to do anything. I hope you guys enjoy the video. I'm just kidding. I'm not leaving. But Minnesota goes on to win the championship. Anthony Edwards is your finals MVP. So that man right there is an absolute freaking stud, and we need to build on this. So we just beat the Miami Heat in 7. Let's try to go back-to-back here. Let's try to go back-to-back. So prior retirements got LeBron retiring in LA. He realizes he can no longer win any championships as long as I'm controlling the Timberwolves. So I do understand where he's coming from. Draft lottery time. I mean, I don't think we're going to have a pick. I'm pretty sure. Well, we might. I'm not sure. Jazz have number 1. So they get Wembanyama. They could use that for sure. So Minnesota pick. The Jazz have it, of course. Okay, staff signing. We got Chris Finch, and then Frank Vogel is our shot doctor, which is pretty solid. I'm going to fill this out real quick, and then I got to figure out what we're going to do to make this a rebuild. I'm not just going to sit here and not do anything, right? Like, that would be so pointless. So what are we going to do to, do something in this video? We'll see. So we do have a second-round pick, which is the 8th overall pick in round 2, so I'll go ahead and use this as best as I can. So second-round pick. Monty Bates is here, and we could literally just take him off of name potentially here. Why not? I mean, we could probably use him in a trade on top of that. So I'm going to take Monty Bates. Maybe his name would give us some, like, he'd be an asset. The Jazz passed on. Why do teams keep passing on Wembanyama and then allowing him to fall to Orlando every time? But we get Amani Bates in round 2. I will take that. We probably will be using him in a trade. I guess we had another second round pick. I thought we only had one, but yeah, we'll see what kind of things we want to do. McDaniels is upset for some reason, and of course we're not going to decline it. Torian Prince has a team option and going to accept as well. And then qualifying offers, Naz Reid is somebody I definitely would love to keep around for this team. He's a great backup center. And D'Angelo Russell is a free agent, which I think D'Angelo Russell was honestly perfect. So was Jalen Noel. So how do we get better is the question. How do we get better without doing anything too crazy? So I'm not sure why McDaniels is all upset. But for me, I think I want to look for like a really good 6-man score, I guess, to just kind of make us even stronger at this point. I mean, I don't really know what else we can use, but I mean, if we want anything, I guess that's what I would look for. So point guard / shooting guard, backup player, that would be like a really solid, you know, backup scorer, I guess, is basically what I'm looking for here. If I'm going to keep D'Angelo Russell because he was like low-key perfect, who am I going to go for to fit this kind of 6-man scorer type role for this team? Well, let's go look around. So I'm looking for a 6-man type scorer, and I think Terry Rozier is kind of perfect, to be honest with you. Just another guy that could score off the bench for this team. We need to do something to make this a rebuild, so we're going to go ahead and try to make something happen. I'm not just going to sit here on my thumbs and not make any kind of trade. So we got Kyle Anderson, Torian Prince, and Matillo in a second-round pick in order to match Rozier's salary. And he's going to be kind of the perfect addition off the bench for this team. So just like that, the Hornets are very happy to get off his contract. And we have Rozier as a backup scorer for this team. And we still plan on bringing back, of course, also D'Angelo Russell, because he was low-key perfect in the playoffs. So we're not going to get like Kyrie or anything like that. D'Lo is only asking for $11 million per year, which is honestly a steal. I'm not sure D'Lo would really resign for that low of money, but hey, if he was going to resign for that low, then yeah, you sign for that. You definitely take that if you're Minnesota. That is a bargain of a deal for a guy that just averaged 20 and whatever it was in the playoffs. So we'll take that. Naz Reid, do want to keep him around as well. Very, very good backup center. Could also bring Derrick Rose back, and then you have Jalen Noel, who is really good for us. So looking at the team right now, you have Rozier or Russell McLaughlin, you have Terry Rozier Edwards, you have Jaden McDaniels, Amani Bates, who we just drafted. So I'm not really sure. I guess we can rely on him to maybe be like a backup small forward for this year, and then Josh Minott, and then Naz Reid and Gobert. So I guess we should be looking for like a forward out here as well. Like Larry Nance is a really nice addition to this team. So I'm going to go Larry Nance. Played some really meaningful minutes for the Pelicans in the playoffs when they did play the Suns. So I like him, and I think I am going to go in and resign Jalen Noel as well. So just like that, I think we got richer, man. Getting Rozier was a really nice addition to the team. If I move him to point guard, does he go down? He does not. So I'm going to move Rozier to the backup point guard. We'll have Jalen Noel be the backup shooting guard. Then McLaughlin will probably be on the outside looking in, to be honest with you. So they do have Rozier over Russell, but I think I still want to use Rozier off the bench as like my scoring guard. So that way there's like no scoring fall off the bench. And McDaniels, I'm not sure why he's so upset. I do want to boost his shot tendency a little bit, but we got to figure out why he's so upset. Going to player progression, though, looking at the roster, you have Anthony Edwards up to an 89, Terry Rozier 83, 81 for McDaniel. So it looks like he's a little, hopefully he's getting a little bit better and he doesn't, you know, be too upset anymore. But regardless, I need him to get better because he's my starting small forward. I don't need him to be upset all year. So let's see if we can go back-to-back after getting Terry Rozier to add to this roster to be a really nice bench scorer for this team. I'm really excited to have him. So looking at the rotation now that it looks like they're going to probably start Rozier, to be honest. Yeah, they're starting Rozier. Again, I think D'Angelo Russell is just what I want. I think Rozier, I want him to be my 6-man type guy. I think he's going to be perfect for that role. So I really do like him in that role. So I'm going to put non-starter on Rozier and have him be the 6-man for this team, and he'll be perfect. So looking at the team now, D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Gobert, Cat, I read that backwards, Gobert, Cat, and then Terry Rozier, Naz Reid, Larry Nance, and Jalen Noel. So that is a very, very solid bench, might I say. And then proficiency, we're at 4.5, 7 seconds. So yeah, this team got much better. So I'm expecting to go back-to-back, to be honest with you. The only thing I would like to do is shot tendencies are nice. I want to boost McDaniel's shot tendency a little bit higher. So I'm going to go McDaniel's to like a 70. And I want Rozier to be like an 85 off the bench, something like that. And then D'Angelo Russell, he was perfect last year, so I'm going to leave it the way it is. And I'm going to roll with that. So let's go ahead and see if we can go back-to-back after adding Larry Nance and Rozier to this roster. I really like what we were able to accomplish this offseason. I think the bench is very, very solid, and I'm expecting big things. So let's go see if we can go back-to-back year number 2. So at the end of the year, we got something a little different for once. It's not MVP Luka Doncic. It's actually Darius Garland. So that's really cool to see. I'm excited about Cleveland's future as well. I think I have them in the plans for a new look rebuild for them this week as well while I'm gone, so I'm excited to do that video. But Scooter Henderson, Rookie of the Year in Utah. So like I said, I like Scooter Henderson, but I think I would have taken Wembanyama if I'm Utah there. Rozier wins 6th Man of the Year, which is what we wanted. So we went and grabbed here Rozier to add more bench scoring, and he did just that for us, averaging 17 on 50, 40, 90. What more could you possibly want? Giannis Defensive Player. Shaden Sharp wins Most Improved for the Blazers, and JB Bickerstaff Coach of the Year, and Todd Bayless is your executive. So I think that's actually me, to be honest with you. So we went 58 and 24, it looks like. Garland, Luka, Tatum, Giannis, Embiid is your All-NBA first team. All-NBA second team, Trey, LaMelo, Cat, Jimmy Butler, and Jokic, and All-NBA third team. So Edwards did not make it this year, it looks like. That's unfortunate, but that's okay. All-defense first team and all-defensive second team. No Gobert this time around either. But we are the first seed in the Western Conference, looking to go back-to-back after winning a championship last year. So 28 from Anthony Edwards, 26 from Cat. He had 17 from Rozier off the bench, and then 14 from D'Angelo Russell, averaging 7 assists. We just need D'Lo to be kind of that pass-first point guard and then score when he needs to. Basically, find his offense in the flow, or find it in the flow of the offense. And McDaniels, a little bit better, and see, he's fine now. You see his relations, it's fine. So 12 points per game, so he's feeling a little bit better now that he can shoot a little bit more. So he's averaging 37% from 3. I mean, just look at that spacing around Gobert, man. That is beautiful. 42, 42, 43, 36, 37, and then 39. What more could you really want? All right, here we go. Phoenix once again in round 1. They gave us kind of a scare, so hopefully that is not the case this year. Let's simulate current round against Phoenix, and we are going to beat them in 5. So we take care of business pretty easily. Edwards drops 22 in that game 5, and so does Jaden McDaniels, and 20, 12, and 8 from Cat. All right, here we go. Simulate current round against Sacramento, and we are going to beat them in 5 as well. And now we get the Warriors. So we were supposed to get this year number 1, and we did not. So the Warriors squad looks like Steph, Poole, Wiggins, Kuminga, Wiseman, Kevon Looney, Klay Thompson, Moses Moody, Gabe Vincent, and Draymond Green. Saw reports today that Draymond is expecting a supermax extension, or not, maybe not supermax, but like a max contract extension, and he thinks he deserves it. That's interesting. I'm not sure what the Warriors are going to do with all that money they have to spend eventually. But regardless, this is the ultimate test. Game 1, we do lose. This team just won a championship in real life, so I'm curious to see how we match up. But we do beat them game 2. Rozier drops 32 off the bench. He's been kind of like amazing for us. But so far, Warriors might ruin our chances of going back-to-back. They are putting us in the blender right now. So let's run an 8-man rotation and see if that makes any difference in the world. I'm not sure if it will. Here we go. Game 6 in Minnesota. We can come back from 3-1 deficit. I mean, the Warriors have blown it before, and I've done it before in 2K, so you never really know. Not counting anything out just yet. It looks like we're going to go on to win this one, which is good, unless we blow a lead, and we do got this one. Game 5 goes to us, dropping 161. Okay, all we need to do is win Game 6, and we force a Game 7, and things could be in our corner. So, this is for the back-to-back. Can we do it? Can we take down the Warriors and go back-to-back this year? The Warriors look like they have a really nice lead here. Unless we take it at the end. It's not looking good, though, boys, and I think the Warriors have ended our chances of going back-to-back. So, the Golden State Warriors end up beating the Minnesota Timberwolves here. Very unfortunate stuff, but I do want to go one more year because Edwards is about to get his extension, and I don't know if I'll be doing anything else, but kind of just go one more year. Russell retires on the Lakers. I know Lakers fans would be pissed if that was the case. Let's go to the draft lottery, and let's see what we got going on here. So lottery time. Spurs get number 1. Maybe it's a little too late. I think they would have wanted number 1 last year for Wembanyama. We have the 28th overall pick. I don't think I'll plan on using it. To be honest with you, I think it's time to just keep adding to the young core we have. So I'm probably just going to get Chris Finch back. He's done a great job, so might as well not change anything. So we'll keep him. Then guard guru. It does suck we came up short, but as long as we get like another good simulation, we should be fine. And Edwards, like I said, gets an extension this offseason. So we're going to become a very expensive team very soon. So anybody I want to trade away? Yeah, Cat's making 50. Gobert's making 43. Rozier's making 24. D'Lo, thankfully, signed on a very cheap contract. Naz Reid making $9 million. So yeah, our team is kind of set as it is right now. So draft night, do we have anything to worry about? We have the 28th overall pick. I already said that. So let's just see what we can keep doing at number 28. Continue to add to this young core. I see a lot of centers on the board, and I'm not sure if I even want one at this point. Not really sure who's good, so I'm just going to take Andre Thomas here and call it good. If I was a bad pick, I apologize. Bronny James goes number 1 to the Spurs. Andrew Thomas maybe won't become anything for us. Player options, Monty Bates and Wendell Moore maybe could develop and get some rotational minutes. And then McDaniels is a free agent. Josh Minnott's a free agent. And Edwards is a free agent. Okay. Want all of them back, obviously. Edwards for sure want back. Like, no doubt in my mind. We're definitely going to bring him back. The McDaniels, same thing. So, let's just make sure we get both those guys back. And that'll be number 1 priority. And all right, so Edwards does not get an offer in restricted free agent C, which I'm surprised by. He should get like a max, designated max rookie extension from Minnesota. The man's a stud. I believe in him. And then I'm going to sign McDaniels back as well. So we're going to be very, very expensive, but that's okay. When you have a team making it to the conference finals every year, you're okay with affording that. Most likely you are anyway. But all right, so it's Rozier, D'Angelo Russell, Edwards, Jalen Noel, Jaden McDaniels, Amani Bates, and then, yeah, so I'm cool with this rotation. I think I'm just going to run it back, to be honest with you. We literally came up short against the Warriors. Gobert might go down overall at this point, which he did by 1. Edwards is on his new extension, and I just simply want to run it back to see if we can actually win a championship this year or not. If not, no big deal. Maybe we start Rozier this year. Maybe that would change some things. I don't know. I like Rozier as my backup, though. Like, really do like it. But power ranking lies at number 5. I mean, do we like Rozier? We could just have Rozier off the bench, or we could just, kind of squeeze him in right now as a starter. I don't know. I think I like what scoring we have in the rotation right now. I think I'm going to leave it. So, 4.5 again. We're going to run it back one more year. See if we can win one more championship before we call it a day. We didn't win year number 2. We won year number 1, but now we need to win year number 3. So Garland wins back-to-back MVP. The man's been an absolute stud in this simulation. Love to see it. Do we get Rozier 6-man again? And I don't think we did. Who won it? 6-man goes to James Harden on the Spurs. Okay. And then Coach of the Year, I saw goes to Chris Finch. So here we go, man. We're looking to win it one more year before we head out of here to end off this first video of the week. Player stats-wise, 27 from Anthony Edwards, 24 from Cat, 16 from Rozier, 15 from Russell, and then 13 from McDaniels. He's up to an 84 overall, which is lovely, and he is jubilant right now, so he is a happy man. Nasri with 11, then Gobert averaging 8, 10, and 2, doing his thing, of course. He's a free agent after this year. It looks like, or he has a player option, doesn't he? Yeah, he's going to accept that. But regardless, here we go, man. This is to win a championship this year. We do play the team that beat us in round 1 last year. They do still have Jordan Poole. They're starting Amari Bailey. I don't know, man. Are things going to be different? We do win game 1, so we literally lost to this team last year, so I'm a little nervous, but so far it's different. We'll take it. We sweep them. So after losing to them in the conference finals, we sweep them in round. That doesn't make 2K make no sense. Regardless, get the Rockets now who have Jabari, which he has not developed very well at all in this game. I feel like we've gotten like 3 years. He's only an 85, which is quite unfortunate, but whatever. It's not my. And yeah, Tyrese Halliburton, Jalen Green backcourt. That's kind of interesting. And then I still have Kevin Porter Jr. But somebody current round against Houston, and we're going to lose in 4 to them, aren't we? Unless we come back. I was really just talking crap about Jabari Smith's development, and he literally just, they came out here and just slang on me, man. Whatever, you know what? It's fine. I won a championship year number 1. I will take it. We lose in round 2, year number 3. Or we lose in the conference finals year number 3, or 2, and then year number 3 lose to Houston in round 2. And then Utah ended up making it all the way to the finals. They have Scuda and Mitchell as their back, and Miles. Okay, I'm done. I'm going to end the video there, boys. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Minnesota should be a very, 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 very fun team to watch. I'm so excited for basketball to come back, to be honest with you, but also excited for football. So it should be very fun when sports do come back. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.